So if I have a question that says to remove the brackets and simplify, what I'm doing is I'm taking these brackets and I'm going to be multiplying everything out. Now when you look at the first one, I just do this first one, you'll see that it's a set of brackets back to back. Okay, when you have a set of brackets back to back, everything in this one here has to be multiplied with everything in that one there. Every bit of a thing has to be multiplied together. Okay, so a couple of ways you can do it. Some people draw out the box and they fill the bits of it in to the box and you multiply them all together. But when we're at leaving cert level, we want to do things a little bit quicker and save us having to take up bits on the page, draw in a box. So what I'm going to do is, I know that everything in this first one has to get multiplied by everything in the second one. So I'll take the first one and I'm going to split it up. So I'm going to go x is going to multiply into this second bracket, and then plus 2 will multiply into the second bracket. Okay, so that x is coming from here, multiplying into the second bracket, plus 2 multiplying into the second bracket. Do the multiplying out, so it'll be x times x squared, minus 3x, plus 2 times x is 2x, 2 times minus 3 is minus 6. Group everything together that can be, so all the x squareds, okay, that's the only one. I have minus 3x plus 2x, so that's minus x, and then I have minus 6. There's no other numbers, so it's just minus 6. And there we go. That's that simplified. So the brackets are removed and it's simplified. There we go. That's it, simplified. Okay, so that's the first one. Second one, similar idea. Set of brackets back to back. When we have a set of brackets back to back, everything has to be multiplied. So I'm going to take the first one and split it up. So I'll have 2y, going to multiply into my second bracket, and a minus 1, going to multiply into my second bracket. Okay, again, 2y is coming from there, minus 1 is coming from there. Multiplying it in, so it'll be 2y times y is 2y squared, minus 2y times minus 2y, so it's minus 4y. Minus 1 times y is minus y, because we're doing this one now. And then minus 1 times minus 2 is plus 2. Okay. Then see what can add. So y squared, that's the only one. All the y's, so there and there's 2 y's. And that ends up as minus 5y. So minus 4y minus y is minus 5y. Then I have a plus 2. There's no other numbers, so he's just plus 2. Okay, and there we go. There's another expression simplified out. So if I go to part 3 now, just clear a bit of space for myself here. Going to part 3. Part 3 a little bit bigger. Okay, so this one. Part 3. So I have a smaller bracket there with 2 parts in it, and then I have a larger one here. Okay, so again, I know everything in this first bracket will have to multiply with everything in that second bracket. Everything has to multiply together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split up the first bracket like I did with all the others. So I'll take this first bracket, so 2a, and multiply them into everything in this second bracket. And I'll take the minus 4 and multiply him into everything in the second bracket. Now I'll do the multiplying. So it'll be this one. 2a times a squared is 2a cubed. Okay, so the power's gone up. Then it'll be 2a times minus 4a is minus 8a squared. Then it's 2a times minus 1. So it's minus 2a. Okay. Then I do the second bracket. So it's minus 4 times a squared is minus 4a squared. Then it's minus 4 times minus 4a. So it's plus 16a. And then I have minus 4 times minus 1. So that's plus 4. Okay. All the brackets are removed. Now let's see what can add together. So I have a cubed. And that's the only a cubed. So he just stays the same. 2a cubed. Then I look and see I have a squared. So there's an a squared and there's an a squared. So it's minus 8a squared minus 4a squared is minus 12a squared. Okay. Then I look again, what other stuff do I have? Oh, well, I have A's. There's an A and there's an A. So it's going to be 16A, take away 2A, so that's 14, and it's positive 14A. And then I just have a number on its own. There's no other numbers on it, their own, so there we go, plus 4. And there. That is the simplest expression of this one up here. It's a more simplified version of it. It looks like there's a lot of A's and things going on there, but look at them again. There are different types of A's, like you have A cubed. They can only add or subtract with A cubed. A squareds, same thing, only with A squareds. A's, only we can add or subtract with A's. Okay, so there's that third one. A bit longer, so there's more multiplying involved. And then our final one, part 4. I look at, and it's 5b minus 2 all to be squared. Okay, well, what does squared mean? Squared means that it's the same number, it's the number multiplied by itself. It is what a squared number means. So what I actually have is 5b minus 2 multiplied by 5b minus 2. Okay, so it's just in disguise. It's just the same, the brackets are the exact same thing, and it's just an easier way of writing them is by using the squared on top. It'll save you writing out a second bracket. So I have to multiply everything together there now. So I'm going to take the first one, 5b, multiply it into the second one. Okay, so everything in the first one gets multiplied into everything in the second one. So this 5b multiplying into the second bracket, this minus 2 multiplying into the second bracket, in the exact same way that everything in the others was multiplying into the second bracket. So doing the multiplying, 5b times 5b is 25b squared. 5b times minus 2 is minus 10b. Minus 2 times 5b is minus 10b. And minus 2 times minus 2 is plus 4. Okay. Then it's b squared, so it's 25b squared, that's the only b squared. I have minus 10 makes that minus 20b, and then I have a plus 4. Okay, plus 4 at the end, there's no other numbers. And there we go, that's the most simplified version of this one up here. So just remember again, little trick to remember, squares on top means it's the same bracket twice when it comes to multiplying.